If you see right behind me, these are the reasons I lost fantasy football last week. You had to catch the game-winning touchdown. You couldn't have listened to CeeDee Lamb and let him get the game-winning touchdown. And you, Patrick Mahomes. I just needed you to score me 17 points. That's it. Not a lot for a quarterback with the career that you've had. But after this past game, I think I would have rather ran straight into a fire. You make me wish Michael Myers did find me on Halloween. You make me want to give myself the Nicolas Cage bees treatment and just call it a day. 17 points is all I needed. And you couldn't even do that. So I took a big fat L. Thanks. Just throw on Coco Melon for 3 hours and I will get the same satisfaction from that as I do watching Patrick Mahomes play football this year.
Let's go, let's go!
Last week I went 9-6, definitely my worst week of the season. Patrick Mahomes didn't make me feel any better. That gives my overall record for this year 88-33. Get right into the Thursday game, the Colts and the Jets. The Colts had a hard-fought game against the Titans, but they ended up losing. And then you had the Jets, who miraculously pulled off a victory against the Bengals. Mike White, greatest quarterback this year. Put it everywhere on posters, let everybody know. But I do not think that continues this week. The Colts defense is pretty strong. And Carson Wentz, ever since he has come back from injury at the beginning of the year, he has looked good as the Colts quarterback. Decent enough, getting the job done, and I think it'll be an easy walk in the park for the whole team this week, so give me the Colts beating the Jets 31-10. Broncos and Cowboys. The Cowboys somehow pulled off a victory against the Vikings with Dak Prescott out and Amari Cooper getting the game-winning touchdown. I would have won fantasy if he did not catch that. If anybody else on the team would have got the ball. Anyways, Broncos beat the football team. Defensive display by them. They did lose a big defensive piece from their team that has been there for years, Von Miller, to the Rams. This week, I don't think they will have the same luck against the Cowboys. Even if Dak is out again, that offense clearly can get the job done with whatever quarterback they're going to throw in there. And against the Broncos, it shouldn't be that hard. So give me the Cowboys beating the Broncos 30-17. Falcons and Saints. The Falcons lost to the Panthers last week. Matt Ryan was out there with a bloody hand, not his throwing hand, but in the end, it looked like it had an impact on the game. The Saints upset the Buccaneers, but they did take a big hit. Jameis Winston, not that big of a hit, I guess. Jameis Winston is out for the season, okay? He will not be able to play quarterback for them, which means the run game should be more impactful. Alvin Kamara on my fantasy team, please. Need him to start getting those crazy numbers he's put up in the past. This week, I think it'll be a close game, actually, because of the injuries the Saints are suffering. But I do think they are the better team defensively and offensively. So give me the Saints winning 23-20. Raiders and Giants. The Raiders were on a bye week last week. And if you've been paying attention to football news, you know what Henry Ruggs just did. My heart goes out to the family that was affected by that accident. Drunk drivers, don't do it. Okay? Stay home, stay wherever you are, get an Uber, be safe. The Giants, they actually put up a good battle against the Chiefs and made this man struggle as he's been doing this entire season, costing my fantasy team. Thanks Giants, thanks Patrick Mahomes. This week, even though the Raiders, man, they have gone through a lot this season. John Gruden, Henry Ruggs now. And the Giants, they've gone through injuries this season. A lot of pressure has been put on these teams that didn't need to be there. But, you can't control everything. But I still think the Raiders have a better overall team, and I think their offense will succeed more than the Giants, so give me the Raiders winning 27-23. Dolphins and Texans. The Dolphins lost to the Bills last week. They actually were in that game for a while. The Texans did not stay in the game against the Rams until the very end. That was another thing that cost me in fantasy. The Rams were absolutely destroying the Texans, shutting them out, and then, when they got a big enough lead, they were like, who cares if they score a couple times? And yeah, those couple times cost me a couple points, and that's all I needed to win. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rams defense, for just being like, oh, let's chill out now. Anyways, I don't think Houston stays in the whole game this week. I think it's going to be another rough week. It's just going to be rough week after rough week for Houston and Miami since they got Tua. It's looked all right, so give me Miami beating Houston 31-13. The Bills and the Jaguars. The Jaguars lost to my Seahawks last week. They could not get their offense going. I did predict it would be like that, but not to the extent that they played last week. The Bills, they did beat the Dolphins last week. They're still looking like one of the best teams in football this year. And the Bills, I think, are absolutely going to wipe the floor with the Jaguars, turn them into a fur rug, and I think they destroy them. I think the Bills win 41-10. Browns and Bengals. The Browns played the Steelers and lost. The Bengals also lost against the Jets. How embarrassing. That is such a Bengals move. This week, I don't think it'll happen again. So give me the Bengals beating the Browns 27-17. Vikings and Ravens. The Vikings lost to the Cowboys and their backup QB, Cooper Rush. Very embarrassing. You couldn't have stopped Amari Cooper. Oh my God, sorry. It was just a frustrating loss. Very frustrating. I'm still not over it, clearly. And you got the Ravens, who are coming off a bye week. The Ravens are also looking like one of the best teams out there. Lamar Jackson performing very well, rushing and passing. They got tons of running backs they can use. So with the high-powered offense of the Ravens taking on the Vikings, I think the Ravens win 33-20. Patriots and Panthers. The Panthers won last week, but they did lose Sam Darnold. I don't think he will be playing this week. And the Patriots, they came here to California and beat the Chargers. Their defense was able to hold strong the entire game. I think this week it'll be an easier matchup for them. No Sam Darnold probably for the Panthers this week. And the Patriots, they just play solid. They play like average every week. They do good enough to get the job done, and I think it'll be easy for them to get the job done this week against the Panthers. So give me the Patriots winning 29-16. Chargers and Eagles. We just talked about how the Chargers lost to the Patriots. Justin Herbert was struggling against that defense. It also cost Mike Williams. Oh, so many factors that caused me to lose in fantasy last week. The Eagles, they beat the Lions, destroyed them. Their best win of the season, best game of the season. I don't think that'll be the case this week. It was the Lions, okay? Don't get too high hopes. Justin Herbert gets back on track with that offense this week, and I think the Eagles offense comes back down to earth. I think the Chargers win 30-17. Packers and Chiefs. The Chiefs lost to the Giants. Mahomes couldn't have thrown one more touchdown. You know, if he didn't throw that interception at the beginning of the game too, I would have won. Oh my God, you pissed me off, Mahomes. Packers, they've been looking good ever since week 1. They took that terrible loss and they have just turned it around. They beat the Cardinals last week. Crazy game-ending interception. Gives me nightmares because there was one more game-ending interception in Arizona that I don't want to talk about right now, so we're not going to. The Packers have been looking so good. It doesn't matter who you give Aaron Rodgers. He's going to succeed. Patrick Mahomes, I don't even know. I don't know what the problem is. A lot of people are blaming Jackson Mahomes and his wife for just bugging him in life. But I don't. He just needs to focus, man. Just get back on track. I need you. Anyways, the Packers have together. The Chiefs do not. So give me the Packers winning 31-24. Cardinals and 49ers. The 49ers beat the Bears last week. It took a while for them to get that momentum and that lead. It was back and forth, but eventually they hung on. And the Cardinals, oh man, thanks to AJ Green, they lost the game. AJ Green forgot he was playing football that day, and it cost them. Kyler Murray also kind of got hurt at the end. We'll see how he's going to be. I think he's playing in the next game, but he's been struggling the last couple games. So if Kyler Murray can't get back on track, that's going to be huge for the Cardinals going forward. But I don't think the 49ers have enough, even if Kyler Murray does struggle, to keep up. So give me the Cardinals winning 33-13. Rams and Titans. The Rams destroyed the Texans last week, and that defense got even better, adding Von Miller with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. That's insane. And the Titans, they took probably the biggest hit of the week. Derrick Henry is injured, out for season, foot surgery. That's insane. It really sucks to see a player of that caliber go down. This week with the Rams and their offense being so high-powered and the Titans taking a big hit, the Rams defense getting better, I think the Rams are going to win this game 27-17. Bears and Steelers. The Bears lost to the 49ers last week and the Steelers won against the Browns. It was a very strange win for the Steelers, but hey, a win is a win, right? The Bears just seem to figure out a way to struggle every week, something new, something else they got to figure out every single week. And it seems like the Steelers know what their game plan is. They want to go to Najee Harris more. They want to get him more involved in the game, which also cost me in fantasy. So thanks Najee Harris. This week, I think since the Steelers have it all figured out, it seems like they know what they want to do in their future and right now, and the defense is also looking good. So I think that's going to be good for them in this game, and I think the Bears' struggles continue. I think the Steelers beat the Bears 24-13. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment what the craziest thing from the past week was. Is it Patrick Mahomes continuing to struggle? Even though they won, he struggled. We have to admit. Is it Derrick Henry's injury? Is it the sad news of Henry Ruggs and what he did? What was the craziest thing you heard from football in the past week? Like the video, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your pet, your friends, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, everybody you know to subscribe if they haven't already. I got this, and I will see you next time.